Welcome to Camo Church Winchester Outdoors. My name is James Jager.
And I'm Daniel Clem.
We're real excited today to share this footage with you. God's blessed us with the opportunity to get outside and to hunt and to fish. We're here in Kentucky today. And it's real important to decide on the right location when you're doing your hunts. Why don't you share with us a little bit of how we do that?
Well, what it is, during turkey season, you need to find a great location and a great setup. That's all it is. It's homework. So if you find a good location and you find out where they're roosting, if you find out exactly where they're dusting, if you find out where they're strutting and where they're breeding, that homework's almost completely done. Then all you got to do is just find a great setup where you can be able to kill that dominant tom.
Hey Clem, why don't you share with everybody how we set up for our first hunt?
Well, what it is, you need to go out the night before, and it mostly works, is do a hoot owl, do some kind of call like a coyote call, and locate your tom so you can find out exactly and pinpoint where he's at. Then you can scoot as close as you can get without spooking him off the roost, so you'll be there that morning, next morning, to hunt him.
Here's an example of what old Clem Shady is talking about.
Hey, my name's Daniel Clem, a.k.a. Clem Shady. Get ready to do a hoot owl. We just heard a gobble across the river here, and we're here hunting in Kentucky. I'm gonna do a hoot owl and see what goes on, see if we can locate a gobbler. Still a little early, but we're going to try to locate one so we can find out what we're going to hunt at in the morning. We'll be back.
Well, we didn't locate any toms that evening. We did have a couple of does come in and visit us. We knew kind of where the toms had been roosting, so we went ahead and set up our blinds and got ready for the morning.
We got turkeys gobbling all around us this morning. I think it is awesome.
Hey y'all, it's James, Camo Church Winchester. First day of spring season here in Kentucky. We're out here on the farm, we're doing an evening hunt. So we're gonna try to do a little spot and stalk, see what we can't do out here. It's a little breezy, so the birds might be a little quiet on us. This morning they were gobbling like crazy. So we're gonna spot and stalk a little, see what we can come up with, and hopefully we'll have some good stuff for you to see here in a little bit. We'll check back in a little while.
This next hunt you're getting ready to watch is a solo hunt where I went in opening morning of turkey season. I was filming by myself, and I heard a lot of tom turkeys just gobbling all around me. But I heard the other hens trying to compete with me. So all of a sudden I just started yelping real loud trying to get him to come in. He wouldn't come, then all of a sudden he'd come in silent. You watch this video and watch what he does. He stays in behind on the other side of the bush. You can see him to the right, but just watch closely and watch what happens, where he ends up at. As I got set up, I let out a couple of calls, and I knew I could hear a big old tom in the background just a calling away. And finally he snuck up on me, and he would never clear the bush. But I knew as soon as I got my gun up and he turned away from me, I was going to shoot him and give him a ride in the Chevy Silverado. I tell you, it was a good morning. It was an awesome morning. He stayed out there
he stayed out there and he wouldn't come in no farther. He stayed out there and he come strutting. He wouldn't come on in. And he was trying to stay out there to make the hen come to him. He wouldn't. And I was wanting him to get on in front of the camera and do a show and strut. That's an awesome bird. That's a 25-pound bird right there. Stay tuned. Camo Church is coming to you.
We're ready for action. Camo Church, Winchester style. So this next hunt we have for you, it really didn't turn out the way we expected it to. Jeremy Hendricks, the founder of Camo Church, drove in to come out and hunt with us and shoot some footage. And that morning it was just storming. It was windy. I think we had close to 50-mile-per-hour winds that morning. And so it just didn't work out the way we wanted it to. We went out, and after the storm set through, and we tried locating birds. You know, just being real quiet. I kind of messed them up. So we went back in for lunch, went back out to the fields, and we had a little bit better opportunity.
Going into that evening hunt, we heard a turkey on this one farm we went to gobbling. And we tried our best to get him to come in there, but he wouldn't, so I believe he was henned up. So we went to the next farm over where I had permission, and we located some turkeys. We seen quite a few, and so it just went from one thing to another. They was trying to pinpoint us, and we was trying to pinpoint them. We kindly met in the middle there, and it was just awesome how everything worked out. And then all of a sudden, we just we gave James the green light to go ahead, and he belly crawled over there, and it was just awesome how everything happened. But the turkeys eventually walked over the hill. But if you watch this video, you watch how it all ends up and turns out that he finally busts that turkey because he played tricks with us all that evening. Later that evening, right before sunset, Slim Jim set up on a couple of toms and a few jakes, and it was getting ready to happen.
Jeremy, there's one right here in front of you.
You know, we were at a point in this hunt where the sun was getting ready to set. We had to make a move. You know, we had been persevering all day long with the different elements going on, different birds just getting henned up. You know, it's kind of like your spiritual walk. God calls us into perseverance. Let me share with you a scripture here out of James 1, verse 2. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. That perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given unto you. You know, a lot of times things happen in our life that God says you must persevere through. He's not going to give you what you can't handle. He says, rely on me and I'll help you persevere through. A lot of times we get caught up in a situation where we're saying, God, take this away from me. I don't want it anymore. He says, persevere. You persevere with my help, then you can overcome it with me, through me.
It also says in Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. So if you put your mind to it, you persevere, God will make you and show you how to go through that storm and through the trials and tribulations in your life.
Yeah. Just feet right there on about the same place. If I crawl up here, can I get him? If I crawl up here, can I take a shot? You do what you want. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what all I see is just a couple, man. If I get to that corner, how far away are they?
to that corner. He's in the range.
Yeah, but I belly crawl to do it.
That's all I needed to hear. Give me the green light. Let's go. The sun was getting ready to go down, but the way things have been going all morning, I knew it was time to take action or we weren't going home with the bird. At this point in the game, I made it to the corner. The birds were real close. They were within range. If I made too much more movement, they were going to spot me and bust me. The game was over. So I had to wait out, be patient, and see what their move was going to be.
Watch.
Now this is how the Kentucky boys do it. It's called the Kentucky crawl. You just get up there and shoot him. Even though it was a Jake, he'd still be good in buttermilk, flour, salt, and pepper. Then finally, all you gotta do is baptize him in peanut oil.
You know, Clem, this next hunt we have on film is when you actually tagged out. You got your big bird.
Well, what it is, I threw all my stuff that morning before work. I threw everything in the truck, even the camera. I was going solo. And I wanted to hunt. I said, well, I need to fill my tag before Jeremy Hendricks come in because he was going to hunt the next day. So, you know, I didn't know if there was going to be 2 toms come in or one. But I went ahead and threw everything in the truck, and I said, I'm going out to hunt, and I'm going to try to kill my last bird and fill my tag. Well, when I showed up, the turkeys, I let out a cut, and I yelped at them, and 2 turkeys gobbled right side by side. And I said to myself, if I could just fill this tag, that's all I need to do. You watch this video, and you'll see how close these turkeys got to me. It was awesome, awesome.
We're here on the local farm here in Kentucky. Heard a couple of birds way off. We're trying to call them in and be patient with them. They probably got hens with them. But I've already killed one bird on opening morning. I called him in and they didn't come in too quickly to the decoys. But I'm trying to get this one bird I keep on hearing in the distance, see if I can get him to come before dark.
Finally, old Betsy showed up. I knew she was going to draw him in. As the hen finally left the field, I knew those toms were in the next field over, and I knew they were coming quickly. But as I looked to my left out of the corner of my eye, here he come, looked like Van Gogh packing a paintbrush. I said to myself, he's got to pass that limb or I need to shoot him beforehand. But when he got up through there, you know which one I killed.
What do you think about that? 2 birds came in. I killed the one I thought was the biggest because he had a big open stomach.
After killing old Thomas, his brother kept hanging around. But I knew in my mind, if I had my buddy, a.k.a. Slim Jim, he would have killed him more. He would have filled his tag.
That's a good bird right there. Real nice bird. I caught in 2 birds. I had to wait till one of them got a little ahead of each other so I could shoot this, and this one had the longer beard and I thought it was the bigger bird. But they were on another farm. And when I started calling, I heard some gobbles way off. But then all of a sudden here come a hen out from this fence line from off the other farm. But it was an awesome hunt. I'll tell you, I'm blessed to get up every day and the Lord bless me. This bad boy come up there, they were gobbling, letting loose of it. And but I'll tell you, I'm blessed to kill this bird. Hey, I'm Daniel Clem with Camo Church Winchester. Stay tuned, we'll have another hunt coming too.
Man, what a great way to finish up your spring season. Tagging out with birds coming in that close. How close were those birds?
James, you wouldn't believe it. They were 10 yards
Oh, my
out.
goodness.
I could almost reach out and touch them. I looked to my left, and they just kept getting closer and closer. I could put him on a plate and make a turkey dinner out of it. It was awesome. Great way to fill my tag for this year.
Absolutely, great way to finish out the year. You know, I hope you all have enjoyed the footage we've shared with you guys. You know, God's really blessed us with the opportunity to get outside and to hunt and to fish. We at Camo Church, you know, we love to hunt, we love to fish, but most of all, we love Jesus Christ. We all have a personal relationship with Him. We want you all to have one as well. If you'd like to find out more about what we're about, or even the personal relationship with Jesus Christ, you can go to our website at www.camochurch-winchester.com. Click on our email link, and we can dialogue back and forth. Hopefully we'll see you soon.
I'm Daniel Clem,
And I'm James Jager.
Camo Church Winchester, outdoors.
Welcome to Camo Church Winchester Outdoors. My name is James Jager.
And my name is Daniel Clem.
He's a little slow.
Yes, he was.
I said there watching. Show everybody how we set up for this next location.
I can't look at him. I can't look at him.
That's good.
I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me.
I think he was sharing something else with you too, wasn't he?
What? Lord, let your will be done, even with deer hunting. But I said, don't you hurry, don't you?